He's as per usual, the 3-minute mark, I'm gonna get started. You feel me? Give me what? 2 minutes 15 seconds. Mm-mm-mm. 2 more minutes, boss. I'm gonna get it started. You feel me? Make sure you introduce yourself when you coming in here, dog, so I know who's in here. If you can type, I know some people at work right now. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. And now, all right, 1 more minute. I'm gonna get it started. Oh, Martisha, what it is? And now, Fed now. Look like they started that shit already. Yeah, I've been holding off on this one for a minute, man. 'Cause I could have easily went and did like an early live stream on this one, but it's like more details always comes out over time with situations like this. So it was a good situation to wait on. Hope everybody's doing well. You feel me? Probably run this for probably about 30, 40 minutes. Then I'm gonna go to work. 250. US payment system. Yes, boss. 444 the world back in here again, once again, man. So here's the deal. As you guys voted, you wanted to know about the Cash App CEO that got killed, right? So here's the deal. It looks like the guy's name was Bill Allen or whatever the case may be. He's the one who created Square, the Cash App, the app that basically allows people to send money towards other people. I think honestly that was the most creative invention or creative like app to ever be made, because that allowed people to send money to people in different places like with ease all through an app. As long as you have a debit card, you can do that. But the thing about it is Cash App, it did have some holes to it, but it was still a good app and it's still running. But the thing about it that's gonna make it a little bit kind of difficult right now is, even though it's not backed by like a real institution, the CEO, the founder might have gotten killed, but I think all of that was really just a chess move, right? Because allegedly they said that he was killed, like stabbed by a tech guy, some tech guy that he knows basically. Supposedly the tech guy confronted him for supposedly like, did he give his sister drugs or something along those lines. But in real reality, I think all of that's like a cover up, bro, because it doesn't really make sense. Whenever somebody in a high position of power gets killed in like the most mysterious of a way, it's always something underlying behind it. And the thing that I noticed that was so crazy is the Federal Reserve has their own like version of Cash App that's set to come out, which is called like Fed Now or something like that. And basically, that would be like a way of how the government would be able to track certain payments that are digital, all of that, whatever the case may be. But in real reality, if you understand chess and understand the games that they play out here in life, you're going to understand this. If somebody just dies mysteriously like that, there's something behind it. You just don't up in thin air and just die like this. This is like the fourth person within like a recent of 2 year span of people dealing with money that have passed away. Three different people who are involved in cryptocurrency. I forgot all of their names, but they were involved in cryptocurrency, mysteriously died. One died on a plane crash. One died like, I think like he got like he must have got shot. I don't know. Like it was just mysterious as hell, right? And you got to really look at it like it's like a planned hit in a way, right? If you're gonna kill somebody in a high position of power, it's for a reason. It's like a chess move. So for him to just die mysteriously like that, and they had somebody who just, oh, he stabbed him, it was because he had speculations that the guy was drugging his sister or giving his sister drugs. That kind of adds up, but it doesn't really add up in a way. For somebody to just go ahead and just kill somebody because I speculate you're just drugging my sister, that's just out of the blues, bro. I feel like honestly, the person that they claim, yo, he stabbed this person or whatever the case may be, I think he's just playing the role of a fall guy. Really, really and truly, because this story is like it's kind of weird because right now, if nobody is paying attention to it, the government is like trying to steer into this like digital currency type of thing where I think they call it CBDC, central bank digital currency, which means that everybody would have like a digital dollar, which means that there would be no real usage for cash. I don't know how soon or how true that is that's going to happen, but you have to understand that everything that they're doing right now is to try and track people and see what it is that they're doing. There's a lot of money that's being spent out here in the world and a lot of cash that's in circulation that they cannot track and they cannot trace that. That's why, if you pay attention, Cash App, apps like Zelle, Venmo, I don't really know any more other ones, but apps of that such, you can track wherever the money is going and you can see what people are using money for, who is it going to. But at the same time, Cash App, it's a little bit, it's kind of tricky to kind of attack the situation, even though it was voted for. But Cash App doesn't have like a financial backing. It's not backed by an institution. So just for him to get killed like that, it's kind of weird in a way because you can kind of say like Cash App does have more I would say this. I would say Cash App, in my honest opinion, has a higher usage compared to like a Zelle or like a Venmo, in my honest opinion. Because Cash App was originally the first holder and it's king, it's in control. Zelle and all of that, yeah, it's affiliated with banks, but Cash App is a little bit more underneath, like underneath the table. That's where I want to go with it. I agree with you heavy. It's also coincidental. Cash App was becoming a big dog out here. If you pay attention to it, right? And shout out to you for that, Martisha. If you pay attention to it, Cash App is used by a lot of scammers, bro. There's a lot of people who scam and do a lot of illegal activities. And of course, people use PayPal and all these stuff, but Cash App doesn't have a financial backing, just like Chime Card. Chime Card doesn't have any financial backing. It's not like when you go to the bank and they say, yo, it's FDA approved or your account is insured that if you lose X amount of money, we'll cover it back. They're not a bank. They're not backed by anybody. So if you send your money to the wrong person, then guess what? You just got to hold the faith and pray that the person has integrity and they'll return your shit. But more than likely, they're not going to return it. So it's like Cash App, it just operates in a way on its own, but it offers a little bit more than the next person. I'll give you an example. Cash App implemented Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and stocks. If anybody doesn't know or doesn't want to believe it, Bitcoin cryptocurrency originally was used and was created to be for the people, but a lot of dark web people are using it. If you've seen people use gift cards, or if you've seen that in music videos, people with gift cards and all of this stuff, that's a form of scamming. A lot of scammers use Bitcoin and stuff like that, right? Cash App gives you the ability to use that. So you can buy Bitcoin, you can transfer, you can send it where, well, I mean, let me hold on, let me rephrase that. You can't send it anywhere on Cash App, but you can damn sure hold it. But at the same time, it's like a limited ability of what you can do on there. But Cash App still has the power when it came to sending out transactions and making money off of people. So if you can take out the person who's running the game, you can pretty much control it. Right now, it's pretty much just up in thin air as to what's going to be the next move in this whole FedNow application that they're going to be using. Because I can honestly say, if they're going to be going with that app, or whatever the case may be, if whatever's supposed to happen to Cash App, because I know that when a founder dies, somebody probably would have to take over, but at the same time, it's just a waiting game right now. You can't pretty much like I can't pretty much pinpoint or say where this whole situation is going to go, but I can say that with him dying and just falling out of the picture, the change of power is going to fall soon, you feel me? Meaning that somebody else can come and take over, meaning that there can be another app that can be created that surpasses Cash App and allows people to do more. This is how this game works, bro. It's just like, look at PayPal. PayPal pretty much stamped its name in payments and processing, so it's not going anywhere. But at the same time, Cash App was on a whole nother level. You can instantly send money to people anywhere around the world as long as they have access to that application. Curious soul, I love you, Angelo. Love you, make my day with your wisdom. Don't go away. Oh, I appreciate that, man. That means a lot to me, yo. I really appreciate that. I will keep it going as long as I can, bro. I ain't gonna make no promises, but I'm gonna try my hardest as far as wisdom goes and whatever it is that I have that I can share with everybody. But put it like this: Cash App, I'm gonna say this, right? I don't know how much Cash App generates on a daily, but I do know that Cash App makes a lot of money. If you pay pretty much close attention to it, right? Cash App makes 1% off of every transaction that goes through. I think the higher the dollar or whatever the percentage is, or the higher the money that you send, is the higher that the percentage will increase. So if you pretty much pay attention, think of it for the week as you per se as yourself. How many times for the week have you used Cash App? And how engage that by how much people in the world there are and how much people have the Cash App application. There's a lot of people that's using it. You feel me? So if you pay close attention, that's a lot of money that's being moved and transferred. Yep. If you send 1,000, it's almost like $20 to process something like $20. Damn. Joe Arellano, what it is? I think honestly, $20. $20. You tripping, boy. I don't know about anybody sending that much, boy. That's too much. But if you put it like this, right? This is another one that I could put in there. Western Union and what's the other one name, man? It's Western Union and MoneyGram, right? MoneyGram and Western Union allows you to do things overseas, right? Now, Cash App undercuts them as well. Because if you pay attention, if you're going to send some money to somebody in one of these countries, like example for me, right? I got family that's in Jamaica. I can send them money through an application through Western Union now. You feel me? And undercut certain things, but they're still going to charge me a fee. If somebody has a phone and they have at least like a debit card, and Cash App will accept it, they could get the money right then and there. So they undercut everybody. You get what I'm saying? Then make it a little bit more convenient. Cash App start giving people debit cards. You feel me? So when Cash App start giving people debit cards, it's like, yo, we're already ahead of the times. You can get the money instantly through your phone. If you want an ASAP where you can spend it physically, we'll send you a debit card. You feel me? Fine, God, it's what it is, man. I gotta get used to the new schedule you got now. Who you telling? Listen, they changed my schedule randomly, so it's like I just gotta roll with the times now. So my whole day is off and all of that got changed. So it's no way physically possible that even with the schedule I had last time where I said, yo, which one would you do? Live on Sundays and Mondays? I couldn't commit to none of those. So it's like I just gotta go back to Fridays right now. You feel me? But put it like this. Look at Cash App and how Cash App undercuts the hell out of everybody. Cash App undercut Western Union. They undercut MoneyGram. Zelle, they didn't undercut Zelle because Zelle is directly bank to bank. But if you really think about it, yes, they did undercut Zelle, they did undercut Venmo and all those other ones. Because if you really think about it, Cash App kills everything. You could have a debit card or a prepaid card and link it to your, if I'm not mistaken, I think I've done it before. You can link it to your Cash App and Cash App will accept it. You feel me? There's a lot of ways that Cash App helps you to beat the system. So it's like, I think with the Cash App owner being killed and them labeling it, yo, he was stabbed. Yes, that could be what it is, but at the same time, I'm just not gonna I'm just not gonna fall for it, dog. You gotta understand something. In every situation where somebody dies and somebody of like importance or in like a high position, there's some form of foul play, dog. You feel me? You have to label foul play on the situation. You got to call foul play. Reason being is if you understand that certain people are in high positions of power, you have to understand how power and control works. If you have power and you have control, you basically have say so. If you don't know what say so means you call the shots. You feel me? You got power. Money equals power. Knowledge equals power. There's a lot of forms of power out here. You get what I'm saying? But the status that he was on, he had people sold up because everybody knew about the Square app. And I'm gonna tell you how like this shit is so crazy, right? Cash App just came to me like that. I just like people were like looking at me kind of like I was like slow a little bit. You feel me? Kane, what it is, dog? People was like, yo, I'm gonna send you some money through Cash App. I'm like, huh? I was like, I don't know what that is. Cash App like came like I was like lost to it. I'm like literally like a little bit slow when it comes to like apps, certain technology like TikTok and Twitter, and I still don't be understanding that shit, dog. You feel me? I'm like boxed in a little bit. So when Cash App got introduced to me, Copper Pedals, what it is? Oh, I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that. I think when Cash App came to me, like I got lost in my head because I still didn't understand it. How is it that somebody could physically send you bread like that? This was like before, I think Zell didn't come out. None of that stuff ever came out. I was like lost to this. I was like, I'm still like kind of like this kind of far fetched. And how can somebody send you bread like that? How can somebody send you money? So when I downloaded the app and I looked at it, you link your debit card and you can send your money to somebody wherever you want them, that wherever they are, whatever time of the day, and it's instant. Once you say instant and somebody gets it instant, you kind of change the game, dog. Because a lot of people in the world don't have patience, and a lot of people want things now. But at the same time, a lot of people don't have the ability to get to somebody or send them some money or give them something. A lot of people don't have the time to go and run down to like a Western Union or a Washington or I'm about to say Washington Mutual, a MoneyGram, or you feel me, go to the bank. What is it that's gonna be able to undercut all of that? Cash App. You could send money to people any time of the day, dog, and it's instant. The only thing is, it's just a small fee. 1%. Who gonna argue at 1%? You feel me? I gotta send you something, what, $100? I got to send you 1% of that. What's 1% of that? $1? Oh, that's nothing. That's easy. That's light. But the person who figured that out was like, yo, if this really gains wave and traction, I won. And he did that. Cash App just started expanding, allowing people to trade with stocks. You could buy cryptocurrency. It was small scale, but it was convenience. You got to understand something. Convenience, if you can find a way to make things convenient for people, you pretty much damn near won, dog. Look at Uber and DoorDash and all of that. That's convenience. Who in the hell has time to be like, yo, I don't want to run all the way over here to go get this. You know what? How can I get my money? How can I get my food brought to me? That's where delivery came about. Everybody knew about delivery, but DoorDash and all of these other people just found a way to middleman this shit. You get what I'm saying? That's all Cash App is. Cash App is just a middleman. You want to get somebody some money? All right, I'll get them the money. I have a network, all of that. Just give me a little 1% fee. That's all it is. And because he came up with that, that's something that made him like a multi-millionaire. But here's the thing that's kind of crazy in all of this subject. How can somebody that powerful lose their life to a stabbing? It just don't really add up. I love Cash App and was so shocked when I heard about this. I knew something was up though. Something isn't right. That's a fact. It's just like, give you an example. Look at Nipsey Hussle, right? When Nipsey Hussle got killed, that was foul play. That wasn't, it didn't really make sense. It didn't add up. You feel me? How could somebody so powerful, so highly loved, just get snatched away in front of a lot of people? You feel me? It's it Kane 23, dog. That's why I say I fuck with the nation, dog. Kane right on the head, dog. It had to be personal. Cash App can't be stopped, can it though? I Ja from the block. Shout outs to you, bro. I'm gonna be honest to you. I don't think it can, because that's the main question I was starting out with when I started this live. Cash App, the way how it came about, it's like it kind of runs itself in a way, but it doesn't have like a customer service or it's like a peer-to-peer type of thing, somewhat like what cryptocurrency would be. It's just, it serves as a middleman. It's a network. You feel me? But you have to have some form of a undercutting, like a like a not saying like a backup plan or like somebody else who can run or take over, but that's the main question I ask as much as you guys would. I don't know how that would continue, because right now Cash App is still running. As much as the CEO passed away, it's still running, but the question is for how much longer, how is it going to run, or who's going to take it over? You feel me? I'm saying Cash App changed the game. Convenience is goal right now. Facts, dog. Fine God is, that's facts. If you can find a way to make things convenient, like I said, done TK what it is, man. Much love, dog. If you could find a way to make things convenient for people, you pretty much got the game sold up, dog. You pretty much won. Like, who, like, all right. Convenience is everything, dog. If you really think about it, convenience is everything. Cash App serve convenience to the highest level. STC Bud, what it is, man. Like, if you really look at it like this, right? Cash App has saved people in different ways, bro. I'm pretty sure there are some people who've been in a jam or been in a bind and they needed some money. And it's like, yo, can you cash at me something? Or yo, can you send me this? And this is at any time of the day, any minute of the day. It's like Cash App is convenient as hell. But at the same time, it kind of makes you wonder what would serve a purpose like Cash App, because you got to understand, not everybody has a bank, bro. Not everybody has a bank. Therefore, not everybody can have a Zelle. You feel me? Cash App undercut that. When all the corner stores and Publix and the grocery stores and certain places that are closed that have service like MoneyGram and Western Union, what are they gonna do? Okay, like I could use the app, yeah, but it's not like Cash App. You feel me? Cash App was like dumbed down to like the fullest, bruh. I never seen nothing like it. You feel me? You pop open the app, You see the large green, and you see the dollar sign. What you want to send, what you want to do. It's real easy, dog. Like literally, you got to understand this is another law as well. Some people don't like the technicalities, dog. Some people don't like when shit is too difficult. They like things real simple, real easy, real dumbed down. Real easy, dog. And Cash App did that. But at the same time, it's just leaving it up in the air for what's going to happen. Same thing I'm saying, Kane. Government bringing in Fed now in July. Thank you for saying that. I didn't know it was July. So here's the deal. Fed now is supposedly the contender or what's supposed to overthrow Cash App, but it's just like what I stated before, right? Everything serves a purpose and everything happens for a reason, but there's certain things you can't really overthrow because it's kind of like it already served a purpose in a way. You feel me? So look at it like this, right? If Cash App is going to continue to run by itself, or whoever is going to back it, or whoever is going to fund it, or whatever the case may be, right? I don't think something like Fed Now can come in and overthrow that. I'm going to compare that to something and make it real easy and suave. Look at dispensaries selling marijuana versus drug dealers, right? Dispensaries will probably tell you, yo, look, if you want a 3.5, you're going to have to pay $50 plus tax. There are drug dealers who like $50 plus tax. My nigga, you could come get that for the 30 right now. You could get that for the 35 or for the 40. Forget the tax, forget all of them. You get what I'm saying? And that's how the drug dealers are still winning. That's why a lot of dispensaries aren't really like popping or booming like that. In certain areas they are, but they don't really have like a weight like how they should. You feel me? I'm cool on that. Fed Now is too intrusive. That's a fact. Copper Petals, did he work with the guy that unalived him? Copper Petals, stick a pin right there. He didn't work with him, but it's rumored and said that they know each other. So knowing each other means they have close ties. I'm going to be honest, dog. In anything like a hit or something like that, people who do things like that, they have some form of like a mutual like understanding of a person. They don't have to necessarily know them like that, but in this situation it looks like they were pretty much knowing of each other. Like they had like run-ins with each other, like they knew about each other. You feel me? That's why I think all of this was just foul play from the beginning. I think he was hanging out with the guy's sister or something. That's what they said. He was hanging out with the guy's sister, and he confronted him because allegedly he had speculations that he was giving his sister drugs or something like that, and he didn't like it. So what he did was he took him in his car, like both of them jumped in their car, jumped in the IT tech guy's car. They drove off to somewhere in San Francisco, and he just poked them up. They caught him on camera just in the BMW. Shoo, you feel me? I think all of this was just like it's weird as hell, dog. I don't I'm not buying that shit, dog. Oh yeah, I went to different dispensaries in Vegas. I'll stick to my plug. I'm gonna be honest, dog. Like if you really think about it, convenience is where it's at, dog. That just like back into what Fine God has said and what we are talking about earlier with little examples. Once you serve convenience, you're never really gonna go away. The local drug dealer will never ever lose, in my opinion, dog. Because eventually the dispensaries, they're not 24/7. There are some drug dealers who stay up all night, dog. They're trapping all night, dog. I've seen this before, dog. I live in Florida, dog. I live in Broward, dog. You feel me? I've seen this stuff before, bro. Like people don't go to sleep. They're not gonna let it go. They're not gonna put it down. It's like you got to understand something. Once you find a way to serve a purpose, or you find a way to like write your name in the sand or carve your name in the crevice or whatever you want to call it, you pretty much win. The Cash App guy was supposedly married. His wife lived in San Fran, but he moved to the East Coast. That's a weird relationship right there. Something about this is fishy. My tree, $25 for an eighth. Y'all hilarious. 25 for 8. I ain't gonna front, boy. That's a steal, boy. If that's some loud, my boy, that's a steal right there. You get what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be mad at that. But really and truly, that is weird. The whole instance with somebody in a high position of power being killed randomly is always gonna be weird. Look, right back into the Nipsey Hussle situation. The person that killed him, Nipsey Hussle knew who he was, but he told him, yo, you're not welcome up here. You feel me? Despite him being amongst all of his friends and all of that, his peers, people that love him, Eric Holder still got to him. You get what I'm saying? You got to understand this. Like, nobody out here is untouchable. That's rule number one. That's law. Nobody is untouchable. That's one. Two, regardless of whatever you may feel, when you're in a high position of power, it's like you can say you have a target on your back. JKL, what it is, dog? I ain't seen you in like a long ass time, bro. You can't expect that when you're out here doing something that you're not gonna be like attacked or tried, or somebody's not gonna plot on you. Somebody like a Nipsey Hussle or somebody like a Cash App guy, you feel me? They have a target placed on their back, dog, because you're in a high position of power. You're doing something out here. You feel me? Nipsey Hussle. What was Nipsey Hussle doing? He was empowering people. He was empowering his people in his community. He was rebuilding his community. He was teaching people the importance of owning a business, the importance of knowing who you are, going for what it is that you believe in. He helped a lot of people. He put a lot of people on. So it's automatic that he's going to get a lot of love from people as well as a lot of hate. But at the same time, his fate came in a different kind of way. It came from him telling a person how you feel. Yo, you a snitch, dog. I don't want you up here. He got killed for being real. He got killed for being honest. You feel me? But this situation is a little bit different, dog. Cash App owner got backdoored because it was speculations that he was giving the tech guy's sister drugs. But at the same time, you got to understand this, bro. You don't know what's going through a person's head, dog, and you don't know what's inside of a person's heart neither. A person can see you and you could feel like you and them are cool, and it seemed like they both of them are doing their thing in life. Cash App owner guy, of course you doing your thing, dog. You got Cash App, dog. Everybody know about you. Then the other tech guy, he got his own little consultation thing going on. He doing his thing. You feel me? Everybody winning. But at the same time, it just boils down to something different. Speculations that he was giving his sister drugs. That's stupid as fuck. I'm not buying that shit, dog. How did somebody like that get killed and all of a sudden the feds are coming out with Fed now in July, dog? That don't make sense, bro. It sounds like the guy who killed him or was framed for killing him is the fall guy, dog. In every situation like this, or when somebody gets killed or something like that, for a chess move purpose, somebody has to be the fall guy, dog. You feel me? Whenever somebody in a big position of power like that goes down, it's like a gift and a curse. You feel me? It's a curse because yo, that person is out of the game now, but it's a blessing because it kind of opens up the door for other people or somebody new to step in into power. But that's where it falls back into curse because the person who can take over could literally screw the game up. You feel me? That's how this stuff goes, dog. It's just like example. I was just watching a documentary a while ago, right? And I'm probably gonna matter of fact, I just came up with an idea, probably what I might do for the polls next week. I probably might talk about drug lords who cause havoc in the world. I think that would be a damn good topic for lives next week. I'm gonna put up different drug lords and we're gonna go for that. You feel me? I feel like Fall Guys get paid out, but this is just my theory. Fall Guys do get paid out, yeah, but I think Fall Guys get a shitty deal though, bro. So-called MK Ultra Manchurian candidate. That could also be in the play as well, Boris. You don't know it as well. There's some people who can get MK Ultra into doing certain things. And if you don't know what MK Ultra is just a form of programming. Like you brainwash a person. You feel me? You program and brainwash a person. It's just like when you seen Get Out. I'm pretty sure damn near everybody in here seen Get Out. When they strapped down the dude and he was in the chair and it was like literally like brainwashing him with the TV. MK Ultra is a little bit deeper than that. You feel me? It goes deeper into the mind. You feel me? They've been doing MK Ultra. MK Ultra is out here right now. Like example, TV is a form of MK Ultra. You feel me? It's a programming. You get what I'm saying? It's technology. You could get lost on certain things on there, like YouTube, uh, Freevee, Tubi, Netflix, all of that. That's a form of a program. You feel me? But in all honesty, bro, it's just the way how the ball spins out here in life, dog. Things can go in different ways. This guy lost his life. It's just fishy as hell, dog. And I'm not gonna buy it, bro. Because if somebody like that in a high position of power got killed, that means something is gonna happen. That something behind that is gonna come. You feel me? Just like back into the example I was giving you, right? I was looking at a documentary about Christopher Coke. If you don't know who that is, that's Dudas. You feel me? He's one of like the biggest, most feared drug lords coming out of Jamaica, right? Of recent times, right? His father was in power and was doing the same shit. You feel me? So it's like it kind of fell on him, like he fell into power. You feel me? So it's like when I say power can change in different ways, you can have something like, example, you could have like a George Bush situation. His daddy used to run the show. Then what happened? He turned around and started running the show. You feel me? Things can spin around like that. Power can fall in different ways. So with the Cash App owner being killed, I highly doubt he has somebody who's going to take over as far as like a son or some shit. You feel me? So that's why it leaves like this Fed now shit up in the air, that when it launches in July, so to speak, that we'll see where it goes from there and what'll be the end of Cash App, if Cash App will still be around, if somebody will take over Cash App and screw up Cash App and increase the fees to force people to start using Fed now. These are forms of chess out here that they use. Ball could spin in different ways. You feel me? But that's pretty much about it, dog. Anybody got anything else they want to add in on this before we close it out? I think the Cash App founder was bought out to disappear on the face of the earth. All right, Don TK. So stick a pin on that because you said something that's very powerful, right? Are you suggesting like he probably faked his own death? Because I've never mentioned that before. Don't ever rule that out, dog. People faking their death is some real shit, dog. You feel me? There are people out here who set up certain things in place and they have life insurance policies, all of this other extra shit, and they set up certain things and then they stage a death, dog. And then they collect all of that life insurance policy, all of that money that they had, they take it, and they probably living somewhere just off the islands, just somewhere else. You feel me? There are people who do stuff like this. So that's not something that can definitely be ruled out. Do more film reviews, bro. I could drop films next week. You feel me? Or I could do a react. That's another thing too. My equipment is coming in soon for me to start doing like reactions and all this other extra stuff, so I could react to certain videos. Because it's a lot of y'all that send me videos to like my Instagram, and I never took it and like went unnoticed of it. Because I literally archived and saved all of that stuff because eventually I want to start reacting to it and putting it out here on the channel. Sure, with an app like this, you got to take some kind of an oath. That's a fact because you're not going to get, and that's another thing. Boris, shout outs to you, dog. For the Cash App owner to be, to have gotten the Cash App to be where it's at, you have to do something, dog. You're not going to just surpass certain like levels or like shit that they put out here to block or stop people. Like, you have to understand this. The game that they play out here in the world is that they try to cap you off. They don't want you to go too high. You feel me? If you go too high and you make too much noise, then it's like, okay, we got to come and talk to you because you're doing something right and you're going to end up having a whole lot of power on your own. You feel me? So in order for you to have certain things or be expanded or pushed out there, you're going to need our help. You're going to need this, that, and the third, but we're not going to allow you to have that much power. A person with too much power can't be controlled, bro. Sure, with an app like, I think the system gave him a choice, die or disappear. Mm, I think that could also go into play as well. I've seen the CCTV footage of him stumbling supposedly after he was stabbed, no blood whatsoever and no holes on his clothes. Who knows, maybe he's not even dead. I guess we'll never know. And that's another thing. That's why I'm so glad that you guys even mentioned that, because there are a lot of people who fake their death, dog. And if you don't believe in that stuff, they even talked about it with Tupac. And that's been one of the biggest myths that has been out here for the longest of times. Tupac, everybody asks, yo, is Tupac alive? This has been like rumored since I've been in school, dog. Yeah, Tupac is alive. Tupac is alive. And they have been literally have speculations that there's this guy out here. Let's talk about it, what it is. This is his name, Akil. What is it? Akil the MC. Akil the MC. There it is, Boris. You got it. You see it? Boris already know. Akil the MC, right? They said that's supposedly who Tupac is now. You feel me? Because he fits the description. He looks like Tupac. They put him side by side, all of that stuff. And I'm going to be honest. They said when Tupac died at that scene, that the people that came out there were a film crew. It wasn't no real news reporters and all of that. They have companies that do shit like this, bro. Companies that pose as news reporters and this, that, and the third, and they come and get information and fake corners. Like, if you pay attention to some of these movies like John Wick and all of that stuff, how John Wick had a cleanup crew, Party of 12? Yeah, Party of 12. They have people who do things in an underlying, underhanded way. So you got to really be leery of that stuff. Next Friday. I'm putting up the topics for next week right now. My bad, y'all. Let's not forget about the news. TMZ tell us what they want us to know, not what's really happening. That's a fact as well. A lot of that stuff is scripted. There are certain people who have power. Everybody has their power. Like, you would see TMZ, then you would see Shade Room, then you would see Breakfast Club. All of these are platforms that have their little branches of power that fall underneath their structure and they push that agenda. You feel me? It's just like, example, if somebody hit news right now, right, for doing something, like, let's say, oh, such and such robbed the bank, right? Let's say Mike Larry robbed the bank, right? And they put that up all over the news, all over the media. They have that power to change the perception of people if people aren't groomed to understanding what really happened, or that the news can manipulate situations and stories. The ball can spin in different ways, bro. For real, I've seen videos saying that Tupac is still alive till this day. All of that stuff is a speculation, dog. And I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not gonna rule it out. I can go for that Tupac is alive, and that there's a lot of people who have faked their death, because this is something that ties in with this subject very perfectly. And I forgot who said that, but this is very important for everybody to understand. Once you're in a position like a Tupac, or a um like a Cash App owner, you have power, you have money, all of that stuff. You're going to have to deal with a lot of pressures, people who want to knock you off, all of that. So it's like you faking your death, it's like it gives you like a restart in life, dog. But you got like a different type of restart. You restarted with, you got a new name, a new identity. You feel me? You probably got surgery on your face. You probably relocated to somewhere ducked off, right? With buku money if you did it right. A life insurance policy that cashed you out. You feel me? What do they need to cash you out? They need like a proof of death, like a death certificate, all of that, whatever. How long did you have your policy? How much was your policy worth? All of that other extra foolishness. This person died. Okay, now we can pay out whoever. Dog, these games get played in different ways, bro. You don't know what people do. There are some people who play different levels of chess. Like they fake their death, but before they fake their death, they probably like laundered some of their money or stashed some of their money, or they did something, built something elsewhere, got something underground. You got to understand something. The world is crazy and people are creative as hell, bro. People are creative. Money can do a lot of things, dog. Once you have power, you can do a lot of things out here in this world. There's no telling what you can do once you have money and once you have power, bro. There's a lot of things that you can do. And once you use your mind and your creativity, you can pretty much do damn near whatever it is that you want if you do it the right way. So, example, how do you not know that there are certain people who just let your mind float? Rappers, actors that said, yo, this person died in a car crash. This person died in a plane crash. This person was shot, or this person was brutally stabbed to death, or this person died at sea. My nigga, that's the news reporting that. The news ain't necessarily accurate. They can tell you whatever it is that you want to hear. There are people who live underground. There are people who live in the mountains. There are people who live in the boondocks. There are people who live in the country. There are people who live damn near wherever, dog. Off the map, dog. And you will never find them and never know where they're at, dog. So that's just something else that you could put into perspective and leave there that, yo, anything could have happened to him. He could have died or he could have faked his own death. We don't know, though. You feel me? But with that being said, you feel me? 444 the world, man. Words can help you. They can hurt you. But here on my channel, I use them to uplift you because everybody's a champion. Nobody's a loser. I got to get ready to go to work soon. They do it either to get away from upcoming sacrifices or deceive their fans. That's true as well. Boris, dog, I ain't gonna front, dog. You like 3 for 3 from 3-point land right now, dog. You like Steph Curry not even fucking with you right now. Boris is telling the truth right now. There are people who join into these occults or join into certain things to gain certain levels of power. And in order for you to continue doing that, you have to continue with the charades. You have to continue with the bullshit in the games. Why do you think there are certain people who climb up the ranks in certain things, like example in music? I'm not gonna point the finger at anybody, and I'm not calling no names, but you could pretty much see chess from a mile away. Look at Little Dirk, right? Little Dirk has been in the game for like a long ass time. I have never in my life, right, seen so much people die around one person, dog. Literally, it's been like a handful of people who died around like Little Dirk. You feel me? And you got to pay attention. His career was not bigger than Chief Keef. He just kept going. But it's like you got to understand something. Damn near everybody around you started dying, dog. Some people, I'm not saying that's what he did, but it damn near it pretty much looks like it's a sacrificing game, dog, because you damn near at the top of the food chain. You feel me? You got to look at it like this. In order for you to continue with these charades of these games and power and all of that stuff, you got to understand that some people got to get sacrificed. You know that saying, not everybody can go with you? That shit is for real. Not everybody can go with you because some people going to get sacrificed if you're playing in that world. But at the same time, you're never going to be allowed to do the things that you want to do when you sell out or when you join the opposition. Blonde hair ritual. That's another one. A lot of them, when they hit a certain level of fame, they do the blonde hair thing. They dye their hair blonde. Some are willing to off themselves. Others didn't read the record deal in Dirk's camp. You feel me? Everybody's situation different, dog. But at the same time, the ball could spin in different ways, dog. That being said, man, everybody enjoy their Friday. I'll be uploading and getting ready for next week. And I don't know when I'm gonna start doing reaction videos, but I'm gonna just pop up on y'all and just surprise y'all with that. In probably about 5 more minutes, I'm gonna have up the votings for like what we're gonna talk about next Friday and all of that other good jazz, and we'll go from there, man. Peace. Everybody enjoy the weekend.